Choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed. Don't feel harmed, and you haven't been. We forget, in life it doesn't matter what happens to you or where you came from. It matters what you do with what happens and what you've been given. The obstacle in the path becomes the path. Never forget, within every obstacle is an opportunity to improve our condition. Focus on the moment, not the monsters that may or may not be up ahead. If an emotion can't change the condition or the situation you're dealing with, it is likely an unhelpful emotion, or quite possibly a destructive one. But it's what I feel. Right, no one said anything about not feeling it. No one said you can't ever cry. Forget manliness. If you need to take a moment, by all means, go ahead. Real strength lies in the control, or, as Nassim Taleb put it, the domestication of one's emotions, not in pretending they don't exist. Wherever we are, whatever we're doing, and wherever we are going, we owe it to ourselves, to our art, to the world, to do it well. Where the head goes, the body follows. Perception precedes action. Right action follows the right perspective. For all species other than us humans, things just are what they are. Our problem is that we're always trying to figure out what things mean, why things are the way they are, as though the why matters. Emerson put it best: we cannot spend the day in explanation. Don't waste time on false constructs. The only guarantee ever is that things will go wrong. The only thing we can use to mitigate this is anticipation, because the only variable we control completely is ourselves. In life, our first job is this: to divide and distinguish things into two categories. Externals I cannot control, but the choices I make with regard to them I do control. Where will I find good and bad? In me, in my choices. Epictetus. We've all done it, said, I'm so overwhelmed, tired, stressed, busy, blocked, outmatched. And then what do we do about it? Go out and party, or treat ourselves, or sleep in, or wait. It feels better to ignore or pretend, but you know deep down that that isn't going to truly make it any better. You've got to act, and you've got to start now. It's okay to be discouraged. It's not okay to quit. To know you want to quit, but to plant your feet and keep inching closer until you take the impenetrable fortress you've decided to lay siege to in your own life. That's persistence. Andrew Carnegie famously put it, there's nothing shameful about sweeping. It's just another opportunity to excel and to learn. But you're so busy thinking about the future. You don't take any pride in the tasks you're given right now. You just phone it all in, cash your paycheck, and dream of some higher station in life. Or you think, this is just a job. It isn't who I am, it doesn't matter. Foolishness. Everything we do matters, whether it's making smoothies while you save up money or studying for the bar, even after you already achieved the success you sought. In every situation, life is asking us a question, and our actions are the answer. Failure shows us the way by showing us what isn't the way. You know what's better than building things up in your imagination, building things up in real life. Remember that this moment is not your life. It's just a moment in your life. Focus on what is in front of you right now. Ignore what it represents, or it means, or why it happened to you. To argue, to complain, or worse, to just give up. These are choices. Choices that more often than not do nothing to get us across the finish line. Each time you'll learn something. Each time you'll develop strength, wisdom, and perspective. Each time a little more of the competition falls away, until all that is left is you, the best version of you. What such a man needs is not courage, but nerve control, cool-headedness. This he can get only by practice. Theodore Roosevelt. Stop looking for an epiphany and start looking for weak points. Stop looking for angels and start looking for angles. Epictetus told his students, when they'd quote some great thinker, to picture themselves observing the person having sex. It's funny, you should try it the next time someone intimidates you or makes you feel insecure. See them in your mind, grunting, groaning, and awkward in their private life, just like the rest of us. Blessings and burdens are not mutually exclusive. To prevent becoming overwhelmed by the world around us, we must, as the ancients practiced, learn how to limit our passions and their control over our lives. It takes skill and discipline to bat away the pests of bad perceptions, to separate reliable signals from deceptive ones, to filter out prejudice, expectation, and fear. But it's worth it, for what's left is truth. While others are excited or afraid, we will remain calm and imperturbable. We will see things simply and straightforwardly as they truly are, neither good nor bad. Failure really can be an asset if what you're trying to do is improve, learn, or do something new. Would you have a great empire? Rule over yourself. Publius Cyrus. All great victories, be they in politics, business, art, or seduction, involved resolving vexing problems with a potent cocktail of creativity, focus, and daring. When you have a goal, obstacles are teaching you how to get where you want to go, carving you a path. The things which hurt, Benjamin Franklin wrote, instruct. Man does not simply exist, but always decides what his existence will be, what he will become the next moment. By the same token, every human being has the freedom to change at any instant. Viktor Frankl. Certain things in life will cut you open like a knife. When that happens, at that exposing moment, the world gets a glimpse of what's truly inside you. So what will be revealed when you're sliced open by tension and pressure, iron or air or bullshit? Persist and resist. Persist in your efforts. Resist giving in to distraction, discouragement, and disorder. Epictetus. What is defeat? Nothing but education, nothing but the first steps to something better. Wendell Phillips. We must all either wear out or rust out, every one of us. My choice is to wear out. Theodore Roosevelt. Vires acquirit iundo. We gather strength as we go. In its own way, the most harmful dragon we chase is the one that makes us think we can change things that are simply not ours to change. That someone decided not to fund your company, this isn't up to you. But the decision to refine and improve your pitch, that is. That someone stole your idea or got to it first, no. To pivot, improve it, or fight for what's yours, yes. When people ask where we are, what we're doing, how that situation is coming along, the answer should be clear. We're working on it. We're getting closer. When setbacks come, we respond by working twice as hard. How we interpret the events in our lives, our perspective, is the framework for our forthcoming response. Whether there will even be one, or whether we'll just lie there and take it. Where the head goes, the body follows. Perception precedes action. Right action follows the right perspective. On the path to successful action, we will fail, possibly many times, and that's okay. It can be a good thing even. Action and failure are two sides of the same coin. One doesn't come without the other. What breaks this critical connection down is when people stop acting because they've taken failure the wrong way. Uncertainty and fear are relieved by authority. Training is authority. You'll have far better luck toughening yourself up than you ever will trying to take the teeth out of a world that is, at best, indifferent to your existence. People turn shit into sugar all the time. Shit that's a lot worse than whatever we're dealing with. I'm talking physical disabilities, racial discrimination, battles against overwhelmingly superior armies. But those people didn't quit. They didn't feel sorry for themselves. They didn't delude themselves with fantasies about easy solutions. They focused on the one thing that mattered, applying themselves with gusto and creativity. What matters most is not what these obstacles are, but how we see them, how we react to them, and whether we keep our composure. When we aim high, pressure and stress obligingly come along for the ride. Stuff is going to happen that catches us off guard, threatens or scares us. Surprises, unpleasant ones mostly, are almost guaranteed. The risk of being overwhelmed is always there. In these situations, talent is not the most sought-after characteristic. Grace and poise are, because these two attributes precede the opportunity to deploy any other skill. We must possess, as Voltaire once explained about the secret to the great military success of the first Duke of Marlborough, that tranquil courage in the midst of tumult and serenity of soul in danger, which the English call a cool head. The Greeks had a word for this, apatheia. It's the kind of calm equanimity that comes with the absence of irrational or extreme emotions. Not the loss of feeling altogether, just the loss of the harmful, unhelpful kind. Don't let the negativity in, don't let those emotions even get started. Just say no thank you. I can't afford to panic. See things for what they are. Do what we can, endure and bear what we must. What blocked the path now is a path. What once impeded action advances action. The obstacle is the way. Where one person sees a crisis, another can see opportunity. Where one is blinded by success, another sees reality with ruthless objectivity. Where one loses control of emotions, another can remain calm. Desperation, despair, fear, powerlessness. These reactions are functions of our perceptions. You must realize, nothing makes us feel this way. We choose to give in to such feelings. Perspective has two definitions. Context, a sense of the larger picture of the world, not just what is immediately in front of us. Framing, an individual's unique way of looking at the world, a way that interprets its events. A good person dyes events with his own color and turns whatever happens to his own benefit. You will come across obstacles in life, fair and unfair, and you will discover, time and time again, that what matters most is not what these obstacles are, but how we see them, how we react to them, and whether we keep our composure. Discipline in perception lets you clearly see the advantage and the proper course of action in every situation, without the pestilence of panic or fear. But thinking about and being aware of our mortality creates real perspective and urgency. It doesn't need to be depressing because it's invigorating.